Nigeria and China have agreed to explore making Nigeria a major manufacturing zone for China's key industrial enterprises. The Chinese delegation said its government would also support the companies, especially in the motorcycle and automobiles industry, to make direct investments in Nigeria for local production. Now, joining us on the impact of the announcement on Nigeria and China relations is Bismarck Rewane, CEO of Financial Derivatives. Thank you so much for joining us, Bismarck. Now, would you say that Nigeria is China's new gateway into the West African region? We've seen that the Chinese companies have already invested a total of about 8.3 billion into Nigeria, also investing into Nigerian projects engineering projects worth about $28.1 billion.
Gateway, yes, but new gateway, no. The Chinese investments in Nigeria have been over a long period. But right now, the key emphasis of Chinese investment are in telecom, in petroleum, in transportation, now the free trade zone, and in fact, construction, road construction and others.
Now, the 5 industries that have been identified are like your automobiles and motorcycles, petroleum and natural gas, equipment and manufacturing, new materials and high-tech industry. What type of synergies are you seeing between China and Nigeria going forward on that front?
I think that first and foremost, the volume of investment in Nigeria is significant. The transfer of technology, which people have complained about the Chinese model in the past, now I think they are trying to amend that so that they can be a value add to Nigeria. So there's a question of the transfer of technology, but also the investment in high capital formation and highly capital intensive areas. So not just manpower intensive, but also in capital intensive industries and sectors.
How can this partnership really work in Nigeria's favor, and how can Nigeria contribute to becoming a manufacturing hub in its own right?
Well, I think it has 2 dimensions. One, strategically, it opens up Nigeria for competition. That is, there are Western investors, European Union investors, and Chinese investors. So Nigeria can pick and choose and can negotiate from a stronger position. Secondly is that the more diverse your investments, the safer and more stable it is, so you're not vulnerable to shocks. So that what has happened in the European Union, for example, now, will not affect directly the Chinese investment in Nigeria.
Now, the Nigerian Trade and Industry Minister mentioned that making Nigeria a major manufacturing zone for most of China's products would go a long way. What will the economic impact be for Nigeria's economic agenda?
Well, it is important that being a hub and also begin to diversify the Nigerian economy away from dependence on oil, also insulating Nigeria away from exogenous shocks is extremely important. This is a long haul. It's going to take about 5 or 6 years. But the first step is important. The Chinese investment in this area and their commitment to go all the way, like in the railway, in highway, the telecom companies, the free trade zone, the construction, the rail lines and all of that. There are significant steps that have been taken, including even refineries.
If we look at China, talking about the free trade zones, that area contributes about 20% to the nation's gross domestic product. Now, how important are such initiatives for creating a productive free trade zone, particularly in Nigeria?
Well, it just reduces the constraints. A free trade zone reduces the constraints and the payments that people make so that way the local companies that benefit from it will be more competitive, both domestically and internationally. I think that helps. But in the long run, whether there is a free trade zone or not, the fact that you have reduced your cost and you are efficient in your production process will always be a plus for Nigerian companies, be it partnership with the Chinese or indigenous companies on their own.